Hey, welcome to this video. My name is Chad and I want to show you something I just got this week that is pretty cool. So we're going to take a look at the PrimeVibe that is made by Double Alpha Academy. First off, this is just one of those things you do not really need this, but it's kind of cool to have and I want to show you why. I'm always looking for things that can save a little bit of time, and hopefully I'll be able to show you this video kind of why I got this. To start out with, when they ship it, they have it wrapped in foam pretty well, and it is like well taken care of inside the box. I made a short, you can check that out if you want to see the unboxing. Okay, so out of the box, it comes with the unit itself here, the power controller and power source that you plugged into your wall outlet. And then it comes with two tubes, one large and one small. So we'll talk about the tubes here in a moment. I had to do some creative work on the tubes that I need to use, but we'll take a look at that here in a moment. So it comes with everything you need to run small or large primers. I went ahead and added on this little storage thing right here. This holds the other set of priming pieces that you need if you're going to change out from small to large. So right now this is the large tube with the large pieces set here in the tool holder, and I've got these small ones installed in the machine. Okay, so let's start off talking about the actual primer tubes. Okay, so these are the tubes that they send. They come pre-installed with the magnetic holders, and you can see the length of them here. So these are like a like a standard tube. What I'm using this for is my Primal Rights competition primer seeder, and they use tubes that are actually made by Double Alpha, but they are a little bit longer. So this is the black tube here is the large primer tube from Primal Rights, and then the blue one is the large from Double Alpha. Well, you can see right there, they are different length. So what I had to do was take my small primer tube and I just cut it down about that much. So I took a little bit off of it, and that allowed it to clear the base down here and fit into the magnetic holding spot here. So this is my Primal Rights small tube, but I've got it set up to be able to use it with this machine. Okay, let's take a look at some of the functions here. So it does have this protective cover. If you need to do anything on the inside of it, just give it a little turn and it will snap off. And that comes off, so it does have a feed hole in the middle of it. Now, how this works is you've got a magnetic collar on here that will grip up to this steel insert right here, and then you've got a small or large, like a spring base holder, so that fits in there. Then your spring goes above it, and then there's an insert. Clear that off, and you've got a little insert here that you either use blue for large or red for small. So it's actually pretty easy to change sizes. You just pop out your set screw and pull out that insert and spring load this one up, swap them around, and you're changed from small to large. And with the little tool holder, it actually holds your two Allen keys that you need, and your other tube can stay hanging out right there. One thing that you want to be aware of when you're setting this up, kind of show it on the opposite side here. So you want to set up the collar so that when the tube is pressing up on it, it's making contact with that collar, but not actually moving it up. So you want it to be free floated. So you need to set the collar so that it is just right at the line of making contact, but not putting pressure on it. So that's the only kind of fine tuning adjustment that's a little tricky to get, but once you get that done, it is in pretty good working condition. Like I said, what I did, I had to cut this down shorter. So I just got a chamfer and deburr tool, and I ran around, beveled the inside edge here, and took the sharp edges off here. So now I've got a flat surface, and that fits just fine. Okay, so when you're going to use it, make sure that your little window here is closed. Bink. Snap that into place, and you're set. So the controller on this has a frequency side and then a timer side, so you can adjust how long. Like if you only wanted to let it run for a couple of minutes, you can turn that down or up and adjust that. And then the frequency is the frequency that this upper bowl is going to vibrate at. So a higher frequency is a much thinner or like a smaller buzz, and then a lower frequency kind of bounces them around more. So we'll take a look at some of the different ways that it runs the frequency. I've got a couple primers down in there. We'll just turn it on at 90.7 and see what happens. So as you can see, they'll make their way up this little trough here. If they are upside down, it will jump them off. You know what? You'll be able to see this better without the little protective cap on. So let's run this just for a moment without that. Okay, so watch this guy here. He's face down. When he gets over there, boop, he jumps off. And then when they're right side up, they jump around. So the fine tuning is getting the frequency just right so that it doesn't bounce them too hard when they're going over these indentions here. So you see those grooves right there? So there's 4 of those, and as long as everything's in shape, it'll get them over here. And it helps to have more pushing on them, so the last couple are always going to be the hardest. Okay, so let's dump these guys back in. Okay, so now if we turn this frequency, like let's go down to like 86. You can see they're being a little more bouncy. They move faster at the lower frequencies, but then they are also jumping a little bit too hard, and sometimes they will not go all the way up the ramp. So as you get higher in the frequency, you see now we're up in the 90s, 92.5 right here. You can see they're moving slower, but they are not jumping off the side of the ramp. So you got to find the balance between fast enough that they are making their way where they need to go, but also at the right frequency so that they don't jump off the ramp. But it's easy enough. You just twist the dial here and make that adjustment. So there's only a few left in here. So what we'll do, we'll just leave this tray on. Then we just dump them right in, and they fall down. It's like a concave surface here, so they'll fall down into the middle. So we're going to try something. I'm going to turn it on. There's only probably, what, 36 or so in here. But I'm going to let this run. While it does that, I'm going to see if I can change out my press to my priming tool and see if I can do that while it loads up my primer tube. That's the main reason I got this, so that I can load a primer tube while I'm doing something else. So here we go. Start. I think they gon' need a minute. Shot and got them people back up in their feelings. When they told me I was finished by the mother in it, not the doctor building. Yeah, no victim code defended. Even like you witness, we the next to kill it. Show them the king how they living. Pictures so good, but not looking for business. They was stepping in from the back door. If they see you independent, then they pop jokes. That fear to the blows, boy James Burr. Side stepping on the shade, see the footwork. I'm trying to be a better fit, man. But still they want me in the kitchen with the bacon soda whip. Okay, so that's locked in, so I'm ready to start priming, and I've only got 3 left to go. So that's actually going to work out pretty good. So ideally at this point, I can just pop him off and set him over here. Now we got that set. I just pull the pin, drop it in, and I'm ready to go to start priming some cases. Well, now that that is going to work, I can get my Alpha 6 Creedmoor brass primed and go ahead, get some powder dropped in it pretty soon. I need to start fire forming these cases so that I will have enough when I go to some of these bigger matches that are going to use more than 100 rounds during the match. So I want to get that my load worked up and dialed in for the Alpha brass. I've already pretty confident with my Lapua brass loading. So I think if I can get the Alpha brass tuned up, then I should be in good shape to go and try more of the official PRS matches in the next couple of months. Well, I hope you like taking a quick look at the Double Alpha PrimeVibe system. I can say that it definitely works a lot easier than their, I think they call this one their VibraPrime or something like that. And this one, I mean, it worked pretty good, but you have to be really precise with the way that you hold the tube inside here. If you got a little bit of an angle wrong, the primers will not drop as easily. So just takes a little fine tuning, but I mean, this still works fine, and I'm going to keep it for, you know, something else. I don't know, maybe someday we'll do a giveaway on it if I'm, you know, more confident with this. So, you know, let me know if you want to do that. Maybe we'll do a 1,500 subscriber giveaway for this guy. Speaking of that, why don't you take a look right down below the video here. Make sure you are subscribed. You want to be following along if we do this giveaway, and we really need to do another live stream and have a giveaway pretty soon. So I think with the weather coming up, I'm probably going to have some rained out weekends when I'm not doing a match. So stay tuned for that. We are probably going to be doing that here pretty soon. I've already got some stuff together. We just need to actually get the time to sit down and put up the live stream and give some stuff out to you guys. Thanks for watching this video, taking a quick look at the Double Alpha PrimeVibe system. Like I said, I think for me this is going to work out really well. It'll allow me to dump in some primers, turn it on, go do something else for a few moments, and then by the time I get back, I've got my primers all ready to go, and I can just get to work on that next step. Anything I can do to save a few seconds here and there, that's always going to add up to minutes over the whole year, and I really am always looking for all the minutes that I can get in the year. I do way too many things, and I just run out of time every single day. Make sure if you got any questions, drop them in the comments down below. I'd really appreciate a thumbs up on this video. It helps get the algorithm to pick it up and share it out with more people. I'm always looking for new subscribers and new viewers. If you are one of those, I really appreciate you watching my videos. And if you're one of my longtime viewers, I really appreciate every single one of you guys. Y'all are awesome. I appreciate so much that you guys watch all of my videos. Well, I think that's going to do it for this one. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for a few minutes. I hope you have a great rest of your day and a wonderful weekend. We'll see you on the next one. Bye.